Hey, man, that thing wouldn't stop. I don't know what the hell that was about. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Saturday, it's Saturday, it's Saturday. Wake up, get out of bed, rub the crust out of your eyes, work your way downstairs to us, because this is Saturday morning cartoons, ladies and gentlemen. It is Saturday morning cartoons. Thanks to you folks there in the cartoon crew. I see Terry is up. I can't say he's up early.
He's gonna take a nap this afternoon.
That's it. He's up from his nap. Okay, Terry's in Ireland, so he's been up for 5-6 hours already. I'm assuming 6 hours since daylight savings time now. I don't know, but Terry, let me know what time it is over there in Ireland right now if you pop in. Hey, welcome to Saturday morning cartoons. Welcome my co-hosts Rosemary Rose and Jerome Connor. How you guys doing?
Hey, pretty good, thanks.
Cool.
I have 2 great news today.
Go for it. Tell me, what is it?
I got a pay raise.
Wait a minute. Didn't you tell us this last week?
Yeah, I did, but it actually came through now. I saw the check yesterday.
That's always important because employers lie. So yes, the truth is in the greenback. So I get it.
And I'm on vacation the rest of this week.
Oh, for God's sakes, man. So you can catch up on your sleep.
What do you think I've been doing for the last 2 days?
What's the weather been like up there?
Well, it was bright and sunny yesterday, but today it looks gray and cloudy, and Gwen was complaining that she saw some raindrops, and we were supposed to go to the beach today.
Well, it's bright and sunny for us today, too, but we got storms coming in, and we're in that season, so the afternoon storms. Rose, how you doing, baby?
Hey, doing real good.
And what's up with you?
Just working, listening to them. They've been pulling off all this stuff on the roof at where I work, so it's been kind of crazy listening to them. I'm always afraid they're going to fall through.
So the roof is on fire? I'm sorry. I'm just checking.
Rose, make sure that if they do fall through, that you have beside you a set of wigs that look like the Three Stooges, so you can just put them on there after they fell through.
Exactly. I got a lot of respect. So now that you brought that up, I got a lot of respect for the Stooges, because even though that slapstick that they did, that stuff hurt. Because I knew they were making contact on during various times that the Stooges were years and years, decades probably in production. But good grief, man, I couldn't do what they did. Somebody.
Can you imagine being poked in the eye?
No, they don't get poked in the eye. If you look carefully, it's on the eyebrow.
It's
on the eyebrow.
Yes. What are you doing? Yeah, boink, boink.
Yeah, it's always on the eyebrow, because I've seen a couple where it was obvious. But in an interview before Mo died, he said basically it's always on the eyebrows.
Yeah, with my aim, I'll probably miss and actually get him in the eyes. So
well, there's that too,
Yeah. All right, guys, it's my turn this week.
It's gonna suck.
My turn. I have to say, last Friday's Classic Television SmackDown, as hosted by Rose, was awesome.
Thank you.
It was.
And I don't know if you knew it or not, but I think during that week, Charlie, I was watching Charlie's Angels, and it was back-to-back episodes, and I don't know if it was on Decades or if it was on Cozy, but it's one of those kind of channels. So it's funny
Decades?
Decades? Yes, Decades. You know what that is?
I don't know what that is.
Oh,
I don't know that.
Decades.
I don't either.
Forever. You guys don't get Decades up there.
No.
That's why I'm asking. I don't even know what it is.
Rose, you don't get Decades either?
No.
Oh my God. It's a it's another station like Cozy or Pluto.
Okay.
But it's on network television, and they have regular program. In fact, the guy who used to no, it's not. I'm wrong. I was about to say the guy who used to host 2020 host Decades, but it's not him. It's somebody other really recognizable face. and they focus on like regular programming doing it where you got Ed Sullivan, they show at night, they show a lot of classic stuff, but then during every weekend, they focus an entire weekend on a series. Okay. I remember watching All the Police Women, Woman.
Wow.
Yeah, with Angie.
Petticoat Junction. I don't know what it is for this week, but I think that was decades that I saw where they were doing the entire weekend on Charlie's Angels. You know, and I'm like, wow, she just did that. Good morning, Cheryl.
Hey, Cheryl.
Yeah, good to see you. All right. Like I said, it's my week, and I wanted to focus on Black and White Saturdays, as I call them, Black and White Saturdays. Now, some of these shows originally ended up in color, but usually the beginnings was always in black and white before, just like Beverly Hillbillies. Beverly Hillbillies started out in black and white.
Yes.
And then next thing you knew, you got to see
Jed's a Millionaire. Oh, sorry, wrong. Sorry.
Yeah, you got to see what color the shirts Jethro was always wearing. You know, oh, it's red. It's a freaking dinner table, whatever.
Picnic table.
And then you saw Ellie Mae wearing those tight jeans and tight shirt.
Good, because I didn't know what the hell she looked like.
Yeah, I bet.
So, yeah, I mean, oh my God, yes, those are blue jeans. Good job, Ellie Mae. But anyway, so Decades focuses on shows every week, and like I said, I haven't checked to see exactly what this weekend's all about, but I love the station. So Google it, look it up, and let me know if you guys did Decades, because I really do like that station. It's really cool. All right, so like I said before, I wanted to focus on black and white cartoons. And as you can see, Popeye's not black and white. You can see Felix the Cat down in the left corner there is black and white, but Popeye did start out black and white. But that's not what I'm going to start out with. I'm going to start out with this, if you guys are ready. The first show, okay, Crusader Rabbit, okay, between 1950 and 1957. This was producer Jay Ward's, and everybody knows who Jay Ward's was, first animated series. And the first made-for-television cartoon series. But since it was sold city by city and not directly to a network, it isn't always recognized as the first animated TV series, despite being broadcast in 1949, earlier than any other animated series, okay? Although it was very popular in the markets where it played, production on the original series ended in 1951 due to lawsuits over ownership of the series. The concept of the Crusader Rabbit was that of a crusading Don Quixote type character. The Crusader Rabbit was about Crusader and Rags. Okay, the full name for this Rags character was Raglan T. Tiger. Okay, thus you know what breed he was. Going to Texas, where hunters were making life miserable for the Texas jackrabbit. So let's watch a little bit of Crusader Rabbit here.
Down in Texas, they're still talking about the little rabbit that had come down from the United States to wipe out the whole state of Texas. Obviously, the rabbit must have been Crusader Rabbit, or who else would have thought of such a wonderful idea? That Crusader Rabbit had big ideals, as you can see. And when he wasn't out on a crusade, he was reading about other bold and fearless men.
Sir Galahad rescued the fair maiden from the wicked dragon, and they lived happily ever after.
He was probably the smallest rabbit you ever did see, and unfortunately, he wasn't endowed with any of the unusual abilities that feature most crusaders.
Oh, yeah?
Well, could he stop a train in full flight with a touch of his hand? No. Could he fly through the air with the greatest of ease? No. Did he have X-ray vision? No. As a matter of fact, he was rather nearsighted.
Is it X, G, R, S, T, U, V?
The only thing Crusader could do when faced with a crisis was to run. Not a very helpful trait for a Crusader, perhaps, but you'll have to admit he developed it to the highest degree. Well, all this didn't stop Crusader from having big ideals. He saw himself as sort of a knight in shining armor, and he was always trying to help out other people, other causes. Like the time he tried to make everyday Christmas by nominating Santa Claus for president.
Okay, so you got an idea. That was the first animated TV series, ladies and gentlemen. You saw number one. It's like, I don't remember. What did they say this was? 1950? I was sleeping in. So anyway, so that was Crusader Rabbit. So I'm really happy to have or find that video. I did show it when I did a show here on this show a long time ago, and I don't know what the show was based on, but we did that. Any of you young folk remember Crusader Rabbit?
No.
I'll be honest. I had heard of it, but I'd never seen it other than heard of it in passing.
Yeah, I mean, considering how young I would have been, my God, I mean, I wasn't even born for another, decade plus. I was
gonna say, you weren't even a gleam in your daddy's eye.
I wasn't, and it's like, okay, well, there you go. There's a cartoon series before I was old enough to watch cartoons. Cool. All right, the next thing I'm going to show you guys is from the year 1965. Okay, and both of us, the men in this group, were around in 1965. The female folk, we need them young and purdy. That's why we're old, Jerome, because we know there's livestock out there that's a lot more. Well, you get that. Anyway, so 1965 had a Saturday morning cartoon lineup. Had a cartoon lineup. This is actually the promo for the 1965-66 CBS TV Saturday morning cartoon season. And these cartoons you're going to see include Heckle and Jekyll, Tennessee, Tuxedo, Mighty Mouse, Linus the Lion-Hearted, Tom and Jerry, Quick Draw McGraw. You're going to see these in this clip. And oops, that's the wrong thing I pressed. But you'll notice this is still in black and white, even though a lot of these shows actually debuted in color. So let's take a look at that.
Calling all kids. Keep an eye out for these two birds. One calls himself Heckle, the other Jekyll. They're a pair of real comedians. There's another bird following them, the world's funniest penguin. He goes under the name of Tennessee Tuxedo. In the same neighborhood is an extraordinary mouse. He's fast moving and high flying. He's Mighty Mouse. Now approaching the jungle, we come to the domain of Linus the Lion-Hearted, definitely the one to meet. Let's face it, kids, he's the king. Tom and Jerry turn up everywhere. You can't miss them. Visit them right after Linus. Join Quick Draw McGraw and corral yourselves some Western fun. There's your tour, kids. 6 cartoons, in color, each Saturday morning.
Why the ad was in black and white, yet they're promoting these shows that's coming out in color is beyond me.
That's easy to solve.
Okay.
That was a monetary issue, simply because back in that day, color was still new and doing stuff in color for television was expensive.
Right.
And this is why, and I'm going to do my personal part of the reason why Star Trek got renewed for the second season was it was a #1 rated show in color.
Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And so black and white was still the main way they were doing everything up until the late 60s.
Okay.
It was all about money, how much money they were making or not making.
Gotcha. Okay. So let's go ahead and segue into that. I'm going to show you guys a commercial that was, in fact, in black and white for a color TV, for a color series. And it, in fact, was for a series that came out, first primetime series that came out. So anyway, what I'm about to show you is a Winston commercial. Okay. And this commercial is very disturbing to me. How blasé they are throughout the entire commercial. This is cool. This is what we do. This is life in general. This is the norm. When the Flintstones first aired in 1960, Winston Cigarettes was the original sponsor. Cartoon smoking is great for selling products and doesn't damage your lungs. Oh my God, man, I could be a time traveler and make a lot of money. Anyway, this one starts out with Barney and Fred as they watch their wives do cave activities, which is pretty much tedious lawn work. This lawn work was so tedious, in fact, it bored him to the point of walking away. Barney wants to do something, maybe from the weeds or club a woman. He discovered Barney's true intentions. Get Fred addicted to nicotine. Barney pulls out an enormous looking pack of Winston cigarettes, and this thing is huge. You gotta see it. And Fred, instantly remembering he's advertising something and probably itching for a smoke, instantly grabs one off the top. Barney gets the evil eye from his wife as he begins to explain why Winston's is wonderful. It's got filter blends, specially selected tobacco, and specially processed in 1960. It was good to be processed, you know. So I am so sorry to have to introduce you guys to this. So if you are a smoker and you're watching, I think you saw that one already.
Yeah, we did.
If you are a smoker, and I hope to God you're not, you might find how funny this is anyway, even though we moving forward into, in fact, I'm going to show you guys a clip later on that this animated show was based in the year 2000. So imagine we are 21 years past the year 2000, and although we still have smokers out there, the intelligent ones know not to do it. So check this out.
The Flintstones, brought to you by Winston, America's best-selling, best-tasting filter cigarette.
So wrong.
Winston tastes good, like a cigarette should.
So wrong. So wrong. In fact, I didn't get the other clip, but that's okay. This is what I wanted to show you guys, that advertising for TV, and I'm thinking Mad Men too, because that was during the decade of Mad Men, and when Mad Men came during our decade, it kind of demonstrated how no one walked around basically without a cigarette in their mouth.
Well, didn't they have like in your Show of Shows and Milton Berle's, where they had the woman in the box of cigarettes? All she saw was those great legs, and she was dancing across the stage.
Cigarettes?
No, that was the cigarette lady. I'm talking they would put this entire box that looks like the cigarettes.
Oh, just like the movies where yeah. I get it. Let's all go to the lobby.
Yeah, cigarettes were amazing as an advertising for television. They provided the funds to get a lot of television going, which is interesting.
They were huge sponsors back then. As everybody smoked, and it's like, wow, man. And then we had dish detergent created, and lo and behold,
Madge.
And you know what that created? You know, just having dish
pan hands.
Yeah, but soaps, literally soaps.
Soap operas.
End of Night. All My Children, all this kind of. They were the.
Well, what's your favorite, Rose?
I have a couple of favorites. I watched The Young and the Restless and Days of Our Lives. Yeah, those were my two big shows. Yeah.
My brother was a huge Young and the Restless fan. When I was watching Dark Shadows, he was watching Young and the Restless, and he's not. In
the mid-'70s, I'd come home from school and Mom's ironing Dad's uniforms for the military, and she's watching Edge of Night.
My mother was doing the same thing, watching the Edge of Night. I remember Dark Shadows coming on at 4.
Okay.
We got some comments up here I haven't been paying attention to. Let's see. Hey, Mike, I've seen all those students in black and white. Yes, Mike, you've seen them all. I understand. He tells us this every week. Oh, I've seen that one. Oh, yeah, I've seen that one. Oh, yeah, I've seen that one. Well, good you never smoked, buddy. That's a good thing.
Well, what was interesting is most people didn't get color TVs until the late 60s anyway.
Right.
Okay. They were super expensive.
Yes.
And so everything you watched, I don't care if it was in color or not, was automatically converted to black and white.
Well, it's interesting. I was lucky. There was always a color TV downstairs, but yet I always had a 13-inch black and white in my room. You know,
man.
I turned on the TV. Of course, I had to get off the bunk bed, and I was on the top. Or was I? Yes, I think I was on the top. What's the best place to be on a bunk bed? Top or bottom?
The top.
Okay. Well, my brother had the top. He was the oldest. But anyway, so, I just roll over and lean over. Going back home when you're an adult, you realize, oh my God, I was sleeping in a closet. When you're a kid, I'm like, this is the biggest room ever.
Yeah. Things get suddenly smaller as you got older.
Oh, it's crazy.
But I know in my house, okay,
Cheryl
we would have.
Go ahead.
I know we had the portable television, and it would be on the edge of the dining room table, so we could watch the news or whatever. Right. And it would always be black and white. We didn't get a color one until like almost the 80s for for a portable television.
Because I know we had a color TV because I watched Lassie in color. I watched The Wonderful World of Color in color.
I had a color TV in the family room, in the living room in the 1970s. Yeah. But we didn't get the smaller portable ones like what you have in your bedroom until late in my life.
I'm actually thinking like 68, maybe 67 when we had a color TV.
We didn't get a color TV until 71 in my house, because that's when we came back to the States.
Cool beans. By the same
imagine watching Spider-Man in black and white.
Yes. Who wants to climb to the top? If you were Navy, you will understand. Tony has no idea what you're talking about, and I'm trying to figure out how to boot you out of our room. All right. So the next cartoon I want to bring up to you, believe it or not, I've always started out watching this cartoon in black and white. I don't even remember many color versions. Yeah, I do. But now that Saturday Morning Cartoons is on MeTV and they do show this one cartoon during their span, I'm seeing, color and black and white. But I remember the black and white. That's what the show's about. 122 cartoons starring Popeye the Sailor and produced by Paramount Pictures Famous Studios, later known as Paramount Cartoon Studios, from 1942 to 1947, with 14 in black and white and 108 in color. These cartoons were produced after Paramount took ownership of Fleischer Studios, which originated the Popeye cartoon series in 1933.
Yeah. Did the reason I'm asking,
accept my apology. Now I know what you're talking about. I'm so sorry, dude. I thought you were a troll. You are not a troll, Tony. You actually rock. And yes, I was. You had the bottom. And Tony, that means you were abused by an older brother, much like I was, because we couldn't get the top. So yeah, you had the bottom bunk bed. I had the bottom bunk bed. We are brothers in arms, my brother. You mentioned Navy, so here we go. So look. Popeye the Sailor, everybody knows who Popeye the Sailor is, but starting out in black and white, I always remember the openings to Popeye the Sailor, the beginning. They always told you the title. Yep, so watch this. I think I'm getting seasick. I used to walk like this.
Talking out the side of your mouth?
No, look. That was cool, man.
That walks right across the hole.
I know, he just floated right over it.
I'll surprise her with these flowers.
I never gave any chick flowers unless I was taking her to the prom. Simple as that. So yeah, so Popeye the Sailor, guys. Everybody remembers Popeye. Hopefully you remember more of the. Do you believe I cannot get my mouse to hover?
Hey, does anybody hear a clicking sound?
Yes.
Yeah, like an old style film projector clicking now.
Yeah, it could be like a fan. It could be like a
not my house. I don't have my fans on.
Okay.
My arms used to look like that, just so you know. I wasn't
with an anchor tattoo. Okay, great.
With an anchor, yes, that was my arm, and I didn't squint at anybody. Hey, Tony Rainey, are you related to Jennifer? I'll wait for that. I know you get that in about 20 seconds. But anyway, Popeye the Sailor, this was always the opening we saw. And when those doors there on the sailboat, look how rough the sea is.
Yeah.
The doors will open up and always get you the title, the name of the title for Popeye the Sailor. Do you remember?
He's a brother.
Who's? Oh, he's a brother. Hey, welcome, brother Tony. Man, didn't mean to give you two black eyes when you first posted, but we're always suspicious.
Whoa! A crossover with Betty.
That's what I said when I found this. I'm like, when did this happen?
Because Max Fleischer did both. He did.
That's right. He did.
That is a great crossover, and I had the hots for Betty Boop.
Who didn't?
Hey, look, biggest head in town, but she was just sex appeal all over.
Boop boop doop.
Boop boopy doop. What do you say, Mark? Why don't you feed your
mouse with some cheese?
Is that a mouse? What is that?
Yes, that's a mouse.
Oh, with some cheese. I don't get it, but okay.
Well, your mouse isn't working. Maybe you need to feed it.
God, man, it's been a hard week.
He's been slow kind of today, Rose. I don't know.
I'm not catching up.
Okay, I have a question for you though, Mark. Was Popeye, which was Alibaba and the 40 Thieves in black and white, or was that in color? He doesn't know.
Black and white. Black and white.
Okay, because that's considered that episode was considered by many as the best of the Fleischer's Popeyes.
It was incredible. Open sesame. It was, and he had to fight. He had to fight a dragon in there too, didn't he? In the cave.
I think so, but he had to fight Bluto, who was the head of the thieves.
He was the head of the thieves, and the reason I say the dragon is because the live action version, the movie, Sinbad and the Seven Voyages or whatever, had that dragon in the cave.
Right, but what was interesting is if you watch that episode in black and white, you really get a better shot of it than when it was colorized. It was when the thieves go running through the town and they're grabbing everything. You get to watch their hands and everything else. There's a lot of detail in those black and white ones.
I agree. In fact, I remember this motion for some reason.
Yeah,
I don't know where. It's amazing the cartoons that stick in your brain. When you grow to adulthood and some people have long-term memory, some people have short-term memory. My long-term memory for cartoons will never go away.
Right. You just can't remember what you did 5 minutes ago.
Exactly. But I will be mumbling out of the side of my mouth like Popeye while I'm laying in my casket. I'll be going. I'll be going there. Going.
May I make a quick comment about Tony and the Navy?
Absolutely, sweetheart.
Listen. One of my dear uncles, who I love dearly, he used to be on. He used to be on a submarine, and I got to tour that submarine, so I understand those bunks are so small that you have to really fit in there. It's
and rough. you don't get to roll over either.
He was sailing during he used to do all these dark ops over in Russia, I think.
Hey, watch it now. We really may have trolls in here. They're gonna come knocking on your door shortly. My name is Boris Badenoff. And
there you go.
To talk to you.
As long as Natasha shows up.
Did May Purcell do olive oil?
She did.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, and we did a show on that where we did mention that.
We did.
Yeah, but why were we talking about? Why were
it was women? It was women voice actors, and it was Rose's show.
There you go, bingo. That's exactly. Also, story closing them too. All right, Tony, how old are you? Just out of curiosity.
He's probably some young whippersnapper.
Well, and this is why I want to appropriately label him with who he'll lie now. He'll lie. I'm 72.
No, he'll say he's 18.
Oh, he's 40.
Okay, so we cut the difference between the two of us.
Qualifies. Isn't that still a millennial, though? Isn't that still a millennial?
No, that's Gen X.
I hate them too.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, and I am proud to be called a boomer. I am so ecstatic when people call me that.
Tony changed his age.
You want to say I told you he was gonna lie? Yeah, he's so unlike his sister. He is so. Oh, by the way, let's congratulate. Man, we're segueing all over the place here. Congratulate Jennifer and her new husband Joe. That's why she has Thompson at the end of her name.
Congratulations.
I hope they went somewhere good for the honeymoon, because that's the most important part of the marriage.
I met these guys at a convention at Dragon Con, I think is where I met these guys. We sat around in a lobby somewhere, and I think we're drinking all kinds of unclassified alcohol.
Did they have little umbrellas in them?
No, but they didn't have labels. Okay. So, all right. Let me tell you.
Was it served to you in a mason jar?
Okay, your funniness has expired. Okay, now let's go ahead and talk about our next comic. Guys, I don't know. I'm going to put this up on the screen. Let me find one that doesn't have the name on it. And you guys got to tell me if you know who this is. Let's make sure. Okay. Yeah, this one is good.
Wow.
Here's another one for you. Hold on.
No, I don't know this one.
Really? Does this one have a title on it? Make sure this doesn't.
Wait a minute. Cecil. It sounds like something like Cecil.
Nope, but that's one of my favorite cartoons, and that's not it.
These are terrific, huh?
Yeah, those are more characters in the cartoon and nothing, you know, and I have to admit, same here. And in fact, if anybody in the cartoon crew, Rose, I know you don't know. If anybody in the car, her diapers, your diapers weren't even created when this came out. If anybody knows what this is, who these, you don't have to call the character, call the name of the show. And the name of the show is actually named by the boy there. Okay, if anybody actually knows, go ahead and pop it up. You see anything? Son of a bitch. I hate you, Mike. Oh, wait a minute. I hate you, Mike. Ladies and gentlemen, this show was on the original Captain Kangaroo show. It was about a boy that can change into whatever he wanted to. Along with Mighty Dog Manfred, they fought villains. The name of this show was Tom Terrific. I have never seen this before in my life. But you say Tom Terrific, and guess who created it? Gene Deitch. Deitch. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes. I think you missed one, Rose.
I think I did.
You missed one. This is Tom Terrific. Okay. All the voices in Tom Terrific, by the way, this was shown in 1957. All the voices in Tom Terrific was voiced by one guy, one person, Lionel Wilson. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'll talk a little bit after we watch a clip.
Terry Tunes presents The Real Great Adventures of Me, Tom Terrific, with Mighty Manfred the Wonder Dog. I'm Tom Terrific, greatest hero ever. Terrific is the name for me, 'cause I'm so clever. I can be what I want to be, and if you'd like to see, come follow me. If you see a plane on high, a diesel train go roaring by, a bumblebee or a tree, it's me. When there is trouble, I'm there on the double. From Atlantic to Pacific, they know Tom Terrific.
And I'm Mighty Manfred, the Wonder Dog, and Tom's ever faithful companion.
I have never seen that before in my life. Even though Mike says he has on Captain Kangaroo. Yes, it does look penciled together. This was, of course, Tom and his thinking cap. Okay, now with a wild series of sound effects, when Tom was thinking, he could change into basically anything he wants to. Tom's ever faithful companion, which was Mighty Manfred, the Wonder Dog. Remember, only one person voiced all these characters, and I showed you a picture of how many characters that are in this show, because I have to take my hats off to the guy that had to create all of these separate voices for all of these characters. My God, I don't think I could do that.
I bet you there was a lot of cliches.
Oh, I'm sure it was. This is 1957. The villains of the series were various, but the one I remember, not me personally, but the guy who wrote this, remember was Krabby Appleton, who was, as they say, rotten to the core. Okay.
Oh.
So that was Tom Terrific, and I thought that was pretty cool. Now
I gotta wonder about shows like Tom Terrific with his thinking cap. did that sort of permeate our culture? Because, we all talk about, if we want to think about something, we got to put our thinking cap on.
Good point. I agree, especially if this debuted on Captain Kangaroo or was shown on Captain Kangaroo. Captain Kangaroo, which was a very educational show, and I watched it every morning. That seems very appropriate for Tom Terrific to have a thinking cap.
Yeah.
And the captain coming back maybe after someone's like, see, boys and girls, if you put on your thinking cap, you can become anything. Oh, really? I want to be Godzilla.
Yeah, you're Godzilla.
Nothing happened.
Hey, wait. Jennifer's coming down to Boston. I don't know why. I'm going up to New Hampshire after the show. So.
Oh, cool. Look, Jennifer, we are currently driving to Boston, but he is listening. Does that mean he's in the car with you?
Yes.
They're on their honeymoon, Jennifer and Joe, right now. I was seeing some pictures. They went whale watching, all this kind of stuff. So I'm hoping he's not with them.
No, her husband.
Yeah.
Mr. Green Jeans, exactly. I remember Mr. Green Jeans. And what's the moose? Every time he said something, ping pong balls.
Oh, shoot. Oops. Yeah, you're right about the husband. Mr. Green Jeans, right? What was the moose? All right, Mike.
Now you make me have to go look it up.
Yeah. All right, Mike. Come on. Let us know. You're older than all of us. You could probably comprehend it when you were watching it at that age. So cool. All right. Well, so we'll get those answers shortly. Now we're going to a category that I really enjoy. And for me, it's always been superheroes, sci-fi related TV. Definitely.
Mr. Moose.
Mr. Moose was the name?
Yeah.
Wow. How original.
Well, there was Mr. Bunny Rabbit too, so let's not, get too crazy.
That's even worse. I think
there was the Banana Man.
I think Captain Kangaroo just didn't have the World Book Encyclopedia back then. He would have knew. He could have called all these names other than. All right, so next cartoon coming up. Okay, when terrorist groups, evil criminals, and aliens become too strong, even for Earth's overstretched armed forces, the virtually indestructible robot Gigantor is built to combat them. I love this show when I watched it, and let me show you guys why. Because remember, you have to take your head away from 2021 and before 19 or immediately after 19. Let's say 1965, because our brain wasn't able to create a lot of the CGI, a lot of special effects or things of that. So anything during that era that we saw, new, we were like, wow, look at that. Well, this really pissed me off because I always wanted a giant robot after this show.
Gigantor, the space-age robot, is at your command. Gigantor, the space-age robot, his power is in your hand. Bigger than big, taller than tall, quicker than quick, stronger than strong, ready to fight all right against all. Gigantor, Gigantor, Gigantor.
Okay, living as a young black kid back during those days, this song had rhythm. I'm like, oh my God, I could dance to a cartoon song. Wow, that was freaking out. It was like a jazz piece, okay? The Gigantor series is set in the year 2000. Okay, where's my robot, man? Where's my
I was gonna say, where's our robots?
And our flying car, I'm really pissed. I want my car to fold up into a briefcase, man. I wouldn't have to look for a freaking parking spot as long as I lived. I'm like, yes, thank you for that, Mike. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to understand it, Mike, if it was on my TV. Anyway, so that looked really good for its time for sure. Yes, you're 40. You didn't see it, Tony. Anyway, set in the year 2000, the show follows the exploits of little Jimmy Sparks, a 12-year-old boy who controls Gigantor, a huge flying robot with a remote control. You see how big that freaking box was?
Yeah.
Like, that was the size of that Blu-ray that you sent me, Jerome. The robot is made of steel and has a rocket-powered backpack for flight, a pointy nose, eyes that never move, and incredible strength, but no intelligence. Although he started to tap his head as if he was trying to think in one episode.
Wait a minute. So in other words, Gigantor is a member of Congress?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. I wish I had the remote control to control Congress, because whoever has the remote control controls Gigantor.
Well, no brains also.
Originally developed as a weapon by Jimmy's father, Gigantor was later reprogrammed to act as a guardian of peace. Jimmy Sparks lives with his uncle, Dr. Bob Brilliant. Yes, his name is Bob Brilliant, on a remote island. They're always on a remote island. I don't get that. Where the hell are these islands? Jimmy usually wears shorts and a jacket. You wouldn't have me wearing shorts with a jacket. That ain't gonna happen.
Jimmy has to be about 6 or 7 then.
Yes, and I get that. But if I had on shorts with my suit on, that means I'm in my underwear. I'm in my boxers, and that was a mistake. Okay, anyway, so he wears shorts and a jacket, and he carries a firearm, Texas, and occasionally drives a car. What the hell? Together, Jimmy and Gigantor battle crime around the world and clash with many villains who are always trying to steal or undermine the giant robot. So, believe it or not, as with Speed Racer, the characters' original names were altered, and the original series violence was toned down for American viewers. We can handle eating lead paint, but we can't handle violence on TV, so I don't get it. All right, Rose, do you know or ever heard of Gigantor?
Only through you, Mark. but the art is gorgeous. Okay, I have to say, I like it.
It's pretty, and for black and white, you knew that even when they were drawing it on cells or whatever, they weren't using color, because only certain colors will show out more vibrant in a black and white filming process than if you were using green or red or whatever. So that was Gigantor. Oh my God, I didn't show you guys pictures of Gigantor. Let's go ahead and end this with Gigantor. Not the whole show, guys, but just this segment. There's Gigantor. Now, see, here's the problem with people who want to work out. They never concentrate on the legs.
I know. But he's still got to work on that belly. Look how big that belly is.
Well, that's true.
That butt,
I'm putting it to that's where his power plant is located.
That's his nipple abs, his metal abs.
Yeah, and those are not nipples, folks. I'm sure they're access panels to get inside that freaking power plant. Okay.
If it was Joel Schumacher's show, they'd be nipples.
Armored nipples.
Yeah, they probably fire at you. They're like fembots. That might be the original Fembot right there, But of course, here you see young Jimmy Sparks and his companion. That's not Bob Brilliant. That's oh God, what is his name? Oh God, I'm sorry, guys. I'm brain farting on that one. I have no idea who this guy is, but I forget. Anyway, so that's Gigantor, and I hope you guys have seen Gigantor. Now here comes. Whoops, let me get this off screen. Here comes my number one favorite. No. Well, I got to think hard. This may be my number one favorite. Jerome, what would you consider your number one favorite anime show from Japan back during that day? Think of the era.
Well, Speed Racer was late. I'd have to say either Astro Boy or Timba.
Ding, 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 ding. You got one of those right. So without any further ado, before I even talk about them, take a look at one of my it may be tied, but I'm going to say one of my number one favorite shows back during that time. And the history on it alone is going to interest you.
Rocket high through the sky, flying
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first animated television series to be shown overseas from an originating country. This is the first. The Japanese version originally didn't have a theme song. It wasn't until the success of the American theme song that you heard that they came up with one for the Japanese version, okay? Astro Boy was so popular that Walt Disney himself was so impressed by the show that he made a character that greatly resembles Astro Boy. I have no idea who that could be. Any thoughts on that? He made a character that greatly resembles Astro Boy. All right, cartoon crew, put your thinking cap on, as Tom Terrific would do. And okay, the first Japanese animated series to be shown and marketed internationally. Of course, that's why I made it to our country. And in 2007, man, can they do this to me? No, because I'm human. In 2007, Astro Boy was declared a real resident in Japan and also named as Japan's envoy for overseas safety. I hope he's paying his damn taxes. Okay, just saying. Originally, the live action TV version was a flop, so they decided to make it a cartoon. Astro Boy, okay, is a science fiction series set in a futuristic world where robots coexist with humans. Its focus is on the adventures of Astro Boy, sometimes called simply Astro, a powerful android created by the head of the Ministry of Science, Dr. Tenma, known as Dr. Astor Boynton II in the 1960s English dub version. Dr. Tenma created Astro to replace his son Tobio, which they called Toby in the 1980s English dub, Astor in the 1960s, who was killed in a self-driving traffic collision. Look at this, guys. 1963, already self-driving vehicles kills. Okay, we need to send Elon Musk this. Okay.
No. We need that self-driving car to kill people. It's called Darwin.
Do you see what they're doing to our youth? You know. And Mike, you are incorrect. Okay, so this one, the song sounds so patriotic. It does, doesn't it? It sounds da, 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 da.
When I hear it, I imagine like the chorus, the old lady in the front going like this, here class.
Or, look, I'm looking at those marching Pikachus, you know, big, tall marching Pikachus when you hear this thing, marching through no, that's not the right one. But anyway, so, all right, so that was Astro Boy, guys, and we all know and we love our Astro. Oops, that's Gigantor. Sorry, we know and love our Astro.
And you know they made a modernized movie of Astro Boy,
which in CGI, and you know what? It is fantastic.
You know, I liked really it a lot. My only complaint about it, my only real complaint was I didn't like the beginning of the story. The rest of the story was fine. Everything else, I just didn't care for the beginning of the story.
Right,
because it wasn't faithful to the original source material.
Yeah, that's okay. I enjoyed the movie, and
I loved it too.
Yeah, if you get a chance, Rose, to track it down on Netflix or whatever, sit down on a Saturday evening with some popcorn and watch Astro Boy. It was really fun. It was really fun. All right, so now that we're on, who else is saying stuff? What is that? Sounds so patriotic. All right, got it. You know what? Joe mentioned something up here that I wanted to point out. Okay, Joe says when we were on the Gigantor.
Joe says okay.
Yeah, says he is the granddaddy. Joe says he is the granddaddy of Voltron, Transformers, Robotech, Gundam, and all the mecha-based animated shows.
Astro Boy is the granddaddy.
I think
Gigantor is. Gigantor is the granddaddy.
Oh, great. Oh, okay.
Yeah. He actually posted this when we were showing Gigantor.
Well, that makes sense also.
I mean, that's probably a personal opinion, but it could be true too. I just don't honestly.
No, I got one for. I'm working on one of the shows for Japanese live action imports. We'll talk about this on.
You can see how video games got a lot of inspiration from cartoons. Astro Boy inspired Mega Man for sure. Absolutely. Yeah. I kind of like Mega Man too. I think that's pretty cool. All right, now moving on to our. Is this my next to last? No, I got 3 more left, including this one. I want you guys to watch this and tell me if you've seen it. Rose, we already know you haven't. In fact, I'm gonna throw up a picture of Bugs Bunny, and Rose has never seen that. So here we go.
There's a prehistoric monster who came from outer space, created by the Martians to destroy the human race. The FBI is helpless, it's 20 stories tall. What can we do? Who can we call? Call Tobor, the ape man. Call Tobor, the ape man. Faster than a rocket, faster than a jet. He's a mighty robot, he's the one to get. Call Tobor, the ape man. Quick, call Tobor, the mightiest robot of them
I have so many questions.
Where did he throw that robot? I mean, that dinosaur. Where did he throw him?
Forget that. Okay, one, dinosaur looked an awful lot like Godzilla.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
Second of all, he's the 8th man. What happened to man 1 through 7?
Yeah. Funny you said that. Hang on. Animated series, Tobor the 8th Man, back in 1963 when this debuted. It's an animated series about an android superhero. He was the scientist's 8th attempt at creating a super being, hence the title. Okay, the 8th man. In addition to, my God, man, if
kind of like Plan 9, the first 8 didn't work out, right?
I hope they keep painting numbers on their chests as they're made, because I know I'm going to lose count of who this guy is. In addition to the usual powers such as flying, ray blast, etc., he was also able to assume other identities by morphing. Okay, he is considered Japan's earliest cyborg superhero. Okay, the copyright status of the series is unclear, but 8th Man, wait, this mouse won't move right. But 8th Man has been reposted on platforms such as YouTube under the 8th Man DVD channel, a special interest channel distributing material that's in the public domain due to the series never renewing its copyright.
Ooh.
Yeah, so go grab it, go watch it while you can. I think it's hilarious. I think the animation borders a little bit on Superman's animation during the early days. When he was fighting that dinosaur and even rotating him up by his toenail. I'm like, wow.
You know what? I looked at that and I saw that, and when he was fighting the feet, the first thing I thought was Bambi meets Godzilla.
Bambi meets Godzilla, yeah. That's depressing. Don't make me cry.
It was a funny short, but anyway.
Yeah, it was right. I remember the song more than I actually remember the series. Mike's remember it as well.
Tony thought it was Godzilla also.
Yeah, look, Jennifer went wild. Jennifer, you're married. Stop it. That is what I said. What? Which part?
About Godzilla, I think.
Okay, yeah, because we know these are like 20-minute lag times on the messages that hit us. All right, got 2 more to show you guys. That was Tobor the 8th Man, which I wouldn't mind starting off with the first series and try to continue through with it to see.
So during this the horrible weather you guys have coming up there, Mark's going to be binge watching Tobor the 8th Man, right?
Dude, I still got. I watched Loki last night. I still got Bad Batch to watch, and I got to finish my Sweet Tooth. So, man, I am. It's between that, I do go to the bathroom, just so you know. But good God,
wait a minute, are you allowed to? I thought they were still fixing your bathroom.
Hey, look, I don't have one. What? I'm not a peasant. I don't have one toilet. I don't have one hole in the castle floor. What's wrong with you?
Jeez, man. I only got one hole.
Oh my God, man.
Yeah, same here. Some of us are,
Okay, figure this out. I got 2 holes in my castle floor. One upstairs, one downstairs.
Not going to go there. Not going to go there.
Good. All right. All right. Tobor's robot spelled backwards. Very good, Mike. Very good. His robot spelled backwards. Tobor. I kind of like that music. Anyway, let's go to my next one. My next one is called Prince Planet. Okay. Prince Planet is the English language title given to one of the earliest Japanese anime television series, Planet Boy Pappy. Yes. Okay, when they say it was Japanese, I'm like, well, do the Spanish know this? This is Planet Boy Pappy. When it was transmitted on American television,
and when the titles are in Japanese, they make a lot more sense. It's the horrible translations.
Right. All right. Shut up, Jerome. And on American television in the United States in the mid 1960s, it did run on the Works television network before it ceased operations February 28th, 2017. What is the word?
Never heard of it.
Anybody? No? Okay. A 52 episode monochrome anime series. It tells the story. Now listen to this carefully, because I always wanted to be like a member of Prince Planet's organization. And listen to this. It tells the story of a member of the Universal Peace Corps, originally from the planet Radion, coming to Earth on a mission to determine if this world meets standards for membership in the Galactic Union of Worlds. We failed! Membership in the Galactic Union of Worlds, and assist its inhabitants during his stay. While on his mission, didn't Klaatu try to do that? Anyway, during his stay, where am I? While on his mission, Prince Planet adopts the identity of an Earth boy named Bobby and gains comrades who work together alongside him, fighting forces of evil, both alien and terrestrial. I couldn't say that word. Sorry. So Prince Planet had the right idea. It's like, let me go down to this planet to see if they can, if they want to become a member of our group. What the hell's going on here?
Does he play a really cool guitar?
Yes, a pretty cool. I don't know what that means, but okay, a pretty cool
Prince.
Yeah. Oh no, I was actually thinking of Kurt Russell.
Okay, I was thinking Prince.
And oops, there we go.
Prince Planet. No one can compare to the prince who wears a medallion on his chest. Using all his might, changing wrong to right. Prince Planet, he's the best. Now it's no surprise that he fights bad guys and he makes the bad guys pay. Whether day or night, like a flash of light, Prince Planet's on his way. Here comes Prince Planet. Prince Planet. All the things he'll do will astonish you. Prince Planet, he's the best. Race a meteor with a dinosaur, save a damsel in distress. Right before your eyes, from out of the skies, comes the hero of the day. Out of outer space, not to take his place, Prince Planet's on his way. Here comes Prince Planet. Prince Planet.
I wonder how many takes those little kids had to do to get that song right. I know kids are like sponges, and pick up on music and songs and stuff, but that is so cute.
It is very cute.
It is very cute. But all right, so Prince Planet, like I said, Planet Boy Pappy. We're gonna have to talk. We're gonna have to talk to the Japanese consulate and ask them if they have permission to use a Spanish word in a Japanese titling of their show. So it was 52 freaking episodes, ladies and gentlemen. That is a lot for an animated show out of how many years this went on.
Did you notice the flying, when he was flying, it was very Gigantor style?
Kind of like, hey, he's got hips. He's got hips. What the hell? He's got thick thighs too. What the? All right.
Well, you were just complaining about that, weren't you? About working out?
Yeah, that's
he's got
true.
no muscles on his arms, but he's got thighs.
He needs us to throw his bottom on Gigantor's top. That's what needs to happen. And look at the girl. The girl is like,
is that a love interest?
Yeah, the girl's gonna. Oh, look what you can do. Oh my!
I love the eyes. I always love the eyes.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
They're always big and round and whatever. But so I'm wondering what Prince Planet's impression really is of us, because I've never seen an episode of this, but I'd like to see an episode where he's made his assessment of the people of Earth.
He's decided there's no intelligent life down here.
Yeah, well, he stayed long enough. He stayed for 52 episodes. Okay, he couldn't.
Yeah, but that's only 25 hours, so he's only down here for a day and an hour.
Yeah. Okay, Cheryl. If all of his power is in his fist, what the hell is that? Okay, is that
That's a medallion? That's a medallion.
Is a medallion doing what?
Well, it's zapping something, but it's not his power. It's the medallion's power.
Oh my God. Boy is thick. You go, Jennifer, you're married. I have to keep reminding you of this. You're married. Stop it. And not only that, it's illegal, your thoughts right now. So cut it out, woman. So anyway, so that's Prince Planet. And I've heard someone tell me of this show before, and I actually had to seek it out because I've never heard of it. I said,
I never heard it. So
never heard of it either.
Never heard of it. So hey, it's nice that we're introducing people to Saturday mornings that they've never heard of. The other picture you had, that's what he said. Let me look. Is it this one? Yeah, they kind of are big. They're like Igor's, a member of the Herculoids, Igor's fist, the rock ape. The last one. Now, this show. And I need someone to test me on this because I'm not sure. I was really scrambled on this, but this show I thought was shown in black and white first, but I do remember all the color shows of it. But I had no idea if it had or not, so I included it anyway. I didn't want to take it away because it is one of my heartfelt favorites, because our UHF channel, which was WBFF 45 in Baltimore, showed this series along with a bunch of, especially Speed Racer. Speed Racer was never on a network. It was always syndicated on somebody's UHF channel. So with this show. And I love this show so much. I was so addicted and waited so every weekday. I think it started out on weekdays before you even saw it on Saturdays. But you guys know it also. And a lot of people know that this is how the Lion King, or where the Lion King came from. But notice this is Kimba, not Simba. Yeah. Kimba with a K, the white lion. This was between 1965 and 1967. So we know this predates the Lion King. In terms of the story, well, the animated series was first broadcast in Japan from October 6, 1965 to September 28, 1966. It was the first color TV animated series, but maybe I was watching it on a black and white. Maybe I was watching beginning in black and white. Okay, so in Africa during the mid-20th century, as mankind encroaches, the white lion Panja, P-A-N-J-A, also Caesar in the English dub, gives the jungle's wild animals a safe haven. However, he angers nearby villagers by stealing their cattle and their food to feed the jungle carnivores. Yeah, I'd be kind of pissed off too. Hey man, okay, you got drive-through. Anyway, so in English, believe it or not, the English version, and you know how we are back then, he merely frees the cattle. Okay, there's no indication whatsoever that he was stealing these cattle to feed his jungle carnivores. English, because we can't take it. We had to show or announce that he was freeing the cattle because the little children wouldn't understand that. A professional hunter, and his name is Ham Egg, okay? Viper Snakely in the English version. So notice the Japanese say, hey, let's call him Ham Egg. We think that's funny. But yeah, we're going to think that funny too as English and think it's stupid. So they renamed it Viper Snakely in the American version. Anyway, he's called in to stop these raids. He avoids directly attacking Panja. Instead, he records the sounds of Panja. This is brilliant. He records the sounds of Panja and uses them to trap his pregnant mate, Eliza, who then becomes bait in a trap for Pinja. That's brilliant.
Okay.
Hey, yo, baby, I'm over here. Yo, baby, I'm over here. Yo, baby, I'm over here. You know, that's awesome. So anyway, Pinja is killed for his hide, but not before asking Eliza to name their child Kimba. And Eliza is put on a ship destined for a zoo. And of course, you know what goes on after that. Of course, he escapes, and you know, and then he gets shipwrecked on land, and there are wild animals on that land. And based on his father's teachings, he creates the same sort of sanctuary for animals in this land and becomes the savior. Blah 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 blah. So let's go for Kimba here. I love this show. And it's
Who lives down in deepest, darkest Africa? Who's the one who brought the jungle fame? Who's the king of animals in Africa? Kimba the white lion is his name. When we get in trouble and we're in a fight, who's the one who just won't turn and run? Who believes in doing good and doing right? Kimba the white lion is the one.
all righty. So everybody knows Kimba. I love Kimba. Have you seen Kimba?
I've never seen Kimba. No.
You've never seen Kimba?
No.
The white lion?
No.
Jerome? Jerome, you're muted.
Sorry, there you go.
There you go.
I might have seen it, but I don't remember it. I mean, I know about it because of all the animation and everything else I've been involved with, but I don't remember it.
From our show. That's the way I know it.
Yeah. See, Cheryl does remember the black and white, but as Mark said, I think our TV was black and white. Yep. That's probably what it was. I was on that 13-inch. Honestly, I don't know. But anyway, so I love this show. And I think I was watching, Captain Chesapeake, who was the host for like the Gore Duvall that was the host. Captain Chesapeake with Channel 45. He had Moni the Sea Monster. It was paper mache head for the sea monster, teeth, mouth never moved, and a freaking shower curtain as his costume. It's really horrendous. But that was the time after school we were coming home, and that's when Speed Racer was on, Kimba was on, Marine Boy. And those were the three big Japanese anime that I watched on our TV. So that's my show, ladies and gentlemen, on black and white cartoons. Oh, you can do that, Rose.
Excellent job.
It was fun. It was fun. I had no idea what I wanted to do. I thought about this actually last Sunday when I knew my week was coming up. Yeah.
Okay, so Astro Boy was imported in the United States before Gigantor.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay, 63, Gigantor was 64. So there was the debate about, which one was first. And then Eighth Man was 65.
Yeah. So Cheryl knows of Captain Chesapeake because that's actually what he said to open up his show. Ahoy, crew members. Oh, my God. My youth is coming back, is flashing back in me like crazy. But that is my show on black and white. And I'm sure, like with every show we do, there's more content out there that we probably didn't show you during our specific program. But at least you're getting some sort of education, if you didn't know all this anyway, on what we grew up on. And that's the basis for Saturday Morning Cartoons, is basically try to show you. And like I say every time, if you guys want to be a co-host, if you have a show, a series of shows. My God, I could do Scooby-Doo till the day I die.
Oh, yeah.
Because of that, I have an announcement. Oh, you know what? I'll pull that up. I have an announcement. We were supposed to have a guest, Marty Grabstein, who is the voice of Courage, the Cowardly Dog, be a special co-host guest, but we didn't know when. I should be searching it. I'm not doing it. We didn't know when they would announce
They've already announced it.
Well, hold on. Let me finish.
I'm sorry. God. I'm very excited.
So we didn't know when they were going to announce it. So he wanted to get on this show, believe it or not, first, or at least at the same time when they announced this new movie that's coming out. And hold on, because I'm gearing up the. Let me stop it.
You got the promo?
Yeah, I got nothing but ads that pop up. I hate the pop-ups. So stand by, guys, and I will show you. So anyway, we're still going to have it on our show. I had put the word out. As a matter of fact, Friday or whenever this popped out, or the Thursday when this showed up, I came across it. Warner Brothers wasn't supposed to. Warner Brothers was actually supposed to wait a bit. They didn't tell Marty when they were going to announce, and they actually went on and announced it anyway. So now they kind of shot us backwards, but I don't care.
That's okay.
We'll still have him on the show. He's a fun guy, funny to talk to, and we'll be able to communicate with him when we get him on the show. But in the meantime, this is what was announced. I didn't do the sound thing. Darn it. Because I'm gonna start this. You're not gonna hear any sound. So let me start over. Share screen. There you go. The little button there that says the bottom says share audio. Well, it doesn't automatically be audio. All right. So now we can play.
Come on, let's go. We gotta catch up with Scooby-Doo.
In the middle of nowhere, Scooby-Doo found a little courage.
That's me.
It's my friends. And a lot of adventure.
But man, this place is totally creepy. Why is the water dripping upward?
Now,
if you're in a situation, I've never seen cicadas that big before. More weird and creepy, mysterious stuff happens in nowhere than anywhere else in the world.
it's on our planet.
Getting scared, then welcome to the town that
Enjoy.
There's nowhere to run. The insects grow to crazy sizes here.
is a compliment, bananas is a bird. Bravery, I'm confident, is still a dirty word.
And nowhere to hide.
Gesundheit!
Oh, thank you.
Until you cry a bit, and then you'll get unstuck. All you nutty as a cookie, all you loony as a tune. Quit your scowl and do some howling at the moon. Like me,
We gotta save Scoop!
Straight out of nowhere, Scooby-Doo meets Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Jackpot! Watch the masters at work!
Need more mustard. Excuse me, must have been something I ate. Look for it on digital and DVD.
Oh, I definitely got to see that.
This looks fantastic.
I'm there. I'm there
as well. And as soon as we get Marty on, I'm sure we'll get some behind the scenes information. Whoops. Wait, shut up.
You have the power, Mark.
I'm sorry. Oh my God. Damn you, He-Man. Anyway, so that does look sweet, Tony. You are so right on that. Jennifer, yes, it looks a lot of fun. I am happy with what Warner Brothers does when they pull out. We need a Animaniac Scooby crossover. That's what we need next. But hey, guys, thank you so much for the compliments on the show. It's always fun. Girl, boy, girl. So, Rose, you just did something last week, didn't you?
Yes, she did.
Yeah,
it was her 50th birthday.
50th birthday blowout.
Right, that's right. I forgot already. Hey, see what happens when you get past 50? I'm warning you. Just be looking forward.
I have a question. Are we on next week? Because it's the 4th of July weekend.
No, it's the 4th of July. No,
Yeah.
it's the 4th of July. That's a break for us, so we won't be. But I was talking about whose turn it was next. And Jerome, what you coming up with something?
Well, I thought we had a guest coming on the 10th.
Yes, we actually had a guest supposed to be coming on today. So
Okay.
I'm waiting for Marty to respond to see when he's open and free to do this. And
I'll be honest. I don't have anything. I'm trying to do some research right now on something. I've got an idea, and if it pans out, I'll let you know.
Okay, that's great. Not a problem on that. I'm glad you guys watched us today. We had a great time, as we always do, entertaining you guys. We really try our best to bring you something that you probably haven't seen, but or know about. And there's still a lot of material out there for us to cover, and I'm sure we will. So you really have to come back and join in on the show. Your sister will make you do it regardless of whether you like it or not. I'm glad I caught you guys. Jennifer, be safe, headed up to Boston. I haven't seen any pictures from the whale watching trip other than you guys basically standing on the deck. So where the hell are the whales, Jennifer? Man,
they're on the honeymoon. They're not looking at the whales. They're on the honeymoon. They're not looking at the whales.
Well, I still want pictures of those too. But anyway, so thank you guys. I'm glad you enjoyed it. We're going to go ahead and say goodbye. So goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Have a great happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July. Be safe. Be safe.